Welcome back to Black Star Dove. Welcome back to my channel. Um, I've been getting some comments about how the volume is low, so let me know how the volume is now. I'm trying more to project my voice. If not, I do have a new OTG coming this weekend, and hopefully that will fix the problem. If not, I may have to buy a new microphone or even just go ahead and buy some AirPod Pros. Um, but the topic of this video is that what has been what has watching black women YouTube done to change me so far? Now, when did I really start watching black women YouTube? Like I've always been a fan of black women YouTube. Like I've always, dip in and out. Um, I'm mostly like a tech person, so I'm into like technology and things of that nature, or classical music. So that's what I watch. Mostly, channels like Flossie Carter, MKBHD, Your Average Consumer, things like that. Um, but just when I started really getting into black women videos and the black women of YouTube was because of Kevin Samuels. Um, when he made that infamous video, um, I forgot what it was. You know what I'm talking about when the girl was like, he told her she was going to die alone and all that stuff. I really started looking for reaction videos to it because I wanted to see what people had to say. Because I'm like, this is some crazy shit. But even though I was very aware of Kevin Samuels, long before then, that's when all that stuff started really like snowballing. Like I've always been a fan of Kevin Samuels before that. But back to the topic at hand. Um, some of the things that it has forced me to do is that it forced me to realize what the bare minimum is, and like for black men and for black women, what black men give black women, which is usually the bare minimum. And I never understood it until I heard them talk about it, and I heard them express how they feel like black men give black women the bare minimum, and which made me, one of the reasons why I started my channel is because I wanted to bring together both black men and black women for us to, get back on the same accord. Because you have this one audience here, and like each section has their own audience. And when you have your own audience that's dedicated to your message, you're preaching to the choir. So I've always believed in this. This is a saying that I believe in. You can't win a championship just playing home games. You got to go on the road. So that's what I'm trying to do is bridge the gap. But just learning what the bare minimum is and how to step my game up in that perspective, that's what made me really watching black women YouTube. That's what made me like see it for what it truly is. Let's see here. What else is next? Oh, I also learned how to treat black women. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like it's scripted. It's scripted. It's not. I just write down key points so that way I don't have to start oohing and ahhing. So I want this to be as genuine as possible. Like I'm not gonna say I've always knew how to treat black women, but growing up in a single parent household majority of my life until my stepfather came in, and the relationships I had up to that point, you start you just do things because that's what you see socially and what is the social norm. And it makes you step outside of yourself and learn how to truly treat someone who is a partner. Also, while watching these black women, I have learned myself what I seek in a partner. Like when I'm watching some of these black women and I'm seeing like the feminine energy and things that I thought that was like, you know, a long distance memory that people still want and people still have like that feeling for. Like I desire a woman who is confident in her femininity. That's not really a word. In her feminine side, and still at the same time can be masculine. If that makes any sense. but she would not be into direct competition with me because there are certain things and certain qualities that she does not possess, nor does she want to possess. And same for me. So like watching some of these black women made me like realize, made me see that there are still people who still like want that traditional sense of a marriage. Um, if you look at Instagram, and I know Instagram is a bad example, but if you look at Instagram and some of these other things, you will think that that's not really desired as much in the world. But it all depends on what you see with your eyes and the people that you choose to follow. So let's see here. I also learned how to be more effective with communication and using the choice I use in my words. Now, I've always had this problem, especially when it comes to like arguments and things of that nature. Like, I didn't have the best word usage, and I would always say things that would kind of like, you know, invalidate my argument. Even though I didn't mean it, I meant it in a different sense. So, just learning effective communication and the different ways to communicate. Now, I'm pretty sure I could have learned this from anyone, but just watching these black women, and it just made me like, just appreciate things and just like listen to things from a different perspective. I think that was the key thing. Just like listen to it from a different perspective and just like seeing it for what it is. Um, some of the black women that I do follow and I love their channels. Kelly Stamps. Kelly Stamps. I don't. When you get done watching this video, if you've never seen Kelly Stamps, just watch a Kelly Stamp video. It's like the most silliest thing ever, and she's 100% herself, and I just love it. And it's just like if I can meet that girl in real life, I really would. But she's like an introvert, so she'll probably would never like actually meet anybody. Um, like people like real like I think it's called Real Topics with Yanni. I know her IG is Real Yanni, but I'm a fan of her. I'm a fan of Sydney Black, tonor, Breezy Deezy. I'm trying to think of who else just off the top of my head. Hold on, wait. I think I have a little bit of a list. I'm gonna write them all in the description. Um, Moist of Mire. I really love her. Let's see what else do we have here. Now, Leah Gardon, her channel is very informative. Like, if you're into like the missing persons cases and things of that nature, you really should check out her channel. Um, Someone who I personally have a crush on, and I would love to meet this woman, Six the Goddess. Six the Goddess. Um, just like listening to some of these women, and just like listening to like how they're going about things, and it's just like and how they explain things. Like I said, I'm gonna have a whole list of all the women that I listen to, the black women that I listen to, and follow their podcasts and follow their YouTube channels, and in a comment. So just check them out, man. Just like see the personalities and see how like they interact with their channel, and I love it because it's just like you get to see them for who they are. Most of these women live all across the United States. Chances are you're never going to meet them. So it's not just like, oh, like I'm following her because I would like to have some type of relationship with her. No, I follow her because she's funny. She's legit. She gives great advice, and she's down to earth. Like just and some of these people I've actually reached out to, and I have semi friendships with. Um, it's just amazing. Like you could find so much stuff. Like even though, like for instance, this weekend I'm going to be trying to cook. Well, I'm going to attempt to cook baked macaroni and cheese. I've never made it before. This will be my first time doing it. So I'm gonna do baked macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna do cabbage. I really haven't decided what the main dish is. I wanted to do pot roast, but I don't have a slow cooker. Um, so the main dish might be something. Um, I don't know. Maybe steak or pork chops. But just like I'm following black recipes from these black women on their channels. Um, it's just like there's something for everyone. And I want that to also be on the men's side. And I want for black men to see these black women and not take what they already have. Don't take it. Just enhance upon it, and then, build that bridge so that way you have both black men and black women. You can get it from both sides. But other than that, this is just like me really just having an appreciation for black women YouTube. As I stated before, I've always followed it, on and off, like anything, but it's just like recently just hardcore followed it. I've been like really on it since like December, and I've been like watching everything, and I've been like getting the information. I'm just like, everything makes a whole lot more sense now than it did before in the past. But other than that, take care. I love you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.